Okay, Leslie Kamani. This is a quick introduction to what we're talking about in math now. Pay close attention. So you'll notice we have 3 oranges here. 1, 2, 3 whole oranges, right? So we can say that this right here, this is 1 whole orange. Agreed? 1 whole orange. But now, what if I only want to have part of that orange? What if I take my knife? Let's get the sticker off. Let's say I take it right down about right here. And let's say I cut it into 2 equal parts. So this is 1 orange, right? 1 whole orange. But now I have part orange. How much would this be? Hopefully a lot of you are thinking 1/2, right? I have 2 parts, and so each part is 1/2. But then I could cut it up even more, like this, and this. Now, how many parts do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So then this 1 part here, this would be 1/4, right? And hopefully by this point you know what we're talking about. What these are called here, fractions, right? And that's what we're starting to talk about. We're beginning a unit on fractions. Let me get these oranges out of the way really quick. Take a bite out part. I'm teaching math and getting my lunch ready at the same time. Cool. All right, hang on. Now I know you have heard about fractions in grade levels before, so some of this might be a review. So let's review what exactly a fraction is. Let's clean this up a little bit. A fraction A fraction is an equal part of a whole. It's an equal part of a whole. It's really important that you pay attention to this, equal. So for example, if I make a circle like that, and then I split it right down the middle, we'll use our imagination. And I split it like this. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, right? So, and this, for example, if I shade in this 1 part, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and that's called a denominator, right? The denominator is the number of parts in the whole. In a whole. So in this case, I took this whole and we split it. Oops, I'm going to put it where you can see it. So we took this circle, we put it into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. All right, and that, when we make a fraction, that's the number on the bottom, the denominator. And the denominator is the number of parts in a whole. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So the denominator is 4. Then how many do I have shaded in? Just one. 1 out of the 4 are shaded in. And this number on top of the fraction is called a numerator. And the numerator is just the number of selected parts. Number of selected parts. Let's separate that from denominator. Numerator, and I'm making a mess here. Denominator, two separate things that both make up the fraction. Numerator and denominator. The denominator is the number of parts in the whole. In this case, there's 4 of them. And the numerator is the number of selected parts, to like selected to be colored, or if it's my orange, the number of parts selected to be eaten. Like I ate this one part, I ate 1/4 of my orange. There's 3/4 sitting over there waiting for me to eat it, and I'm looking forward to it because it tastes good. So we should have told you to get your notebooks ready and write this stuff down. I suppose you could watch this video again and then write it down, right? You always can go back and watch the video again. So let's talk about some different examples of fractions. So let's say, for example, I have a rectangle. And let's say I split it like this. Let's say I have. Now we're going to use our imagination. We're going to imagine that these are all. We're going to imagine that these are all equal. All right, even though they might not be perfect. I didn't measure it out and make it exact, but it's close, right? We're imagining that these are all equal parts. So we have how many parts in the whole rectangle? 1, 2, 3. So that's our denominator, right? That's our denominator. The number of parts in the whole. And let's say I do this. Let's say I color in 1, 2 parts. So 2 out of the 3 parts are colored red now. Well, then the number that I've selected, color, is the number on top, the numerator. That's our numerator. So what fraction of this is colored red? 2/3, right? That's how we pronounce that, 2/3. Like I said, I think this might be review for you, but it's a good place to start reviewing something that we've already done so that we can move into new things. Let's do a couple more of these just so that you get the idea. So let's say I have another rectangle. Make it a little bit bigger. And let's divide it. How about like this? Right down the, oops, that's not very straight. Let's make it straight. Let's do this. 1, 2, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now again, we're imagining that these are 10 equal parts. You can tell visually that they're not. Right? You know what? This one's too messy. Let's make it better. I could make the parts look better than that. I have an idea. Let's do this again. Make that more straight. Crooked lines. Let's get right down the middle like that. And then let's split that one right down the middle. Let's split that one right down the middle. Then we're going to go like this. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. So our denominator, whatever our fraction is, we know it's going to be 8 because there's 8 parts in the whole. Denominator. So our denominator is 8. Now let's say I put red stripes in, I don't know, three of them got red stripes. So 3 out of the 8 parts have red stripes. So again, I selected 3 of them out of the 8, and that's our numerator. So our numerator is 3, and that means our fraction is 3/8. So 3/8 of this rectangle is striped. 3/8 of this rectangle has red stripes. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. Okay, so this is just a quick introduction to what we're going to be working on in the next several days, maybe a couple weeks, on fractions. And it's very important to understand it from the beginning, because you can get really, really lost with fractions if you're not careful in the beginning. One thing we want to be careful of, let's say I have a rectangle like this, and I have a line way over here. And let's say I color it black. Well, would we say that 1/2 of this is black? Let's look. There's 2 parts, and one is black. But the problem is, are these equal parts? No, this is way bigger than this. So this would not be 1/2, because the parts have to be equal. For this to be 1/2, you would have to put the line somewhere like right around here, like that. Yeah, remember, for it to be a fraction, the parts have to be equal. You have to have equal parts. Now we could say 1/2 of it is colored black. All right. Okay, good. I'm not going to give an assignment with this today. I was just introducing this to you. So after you watch this, there's going to be plenty of other videos to watch too. So keep an eye out for all the other videos. All right. Talk to you later.